I support Mitt Romney because I believe that he has the best interests for the country when it comes to fixing the economy, um, changing the national debt, and supporting our interests as America as a democracy.
The thing that I think makes me the most nervous about Governor Romney is that I think he's just so influenced by this very ultra-conservative party. And when he was the governor of Massachusetts, and at the beginning of the election, I initially thought if he gets elected, it would not be that bad. He's fairly moderate. He would be a great second choice in my opinion. And I think foreign policy, I think the Governor Romney is just so blunt. And if he was able to piss off the English, I just don't know what he's going to be able to do in areas where we have a lot more cultural differences and we have a much more contentious relationship. Those are our allies, and he made them mad. So I just don't even know what he would do in other situations. And I think that he made a lot of mistakes on his international tour that President Obama didn't make when he did his international tour in 2008. So that makes me very nervous.
I like Mitt Romney. I have met him before. He's a very, very honest man. He's very humble. And more importantly, I support the things that he supports in terms of economic policy and national defense policy. I think that he's very eloquent. I think that he's very knowledgeable about foreign affairs and international relations. If Mitt Romney won, who I support, I would really like to see him implement the things he's talking about. So often campaigns and elections consist of a lot of talk, and then when the candidates are elected, things that they said they would do, they don't usually do. And I understand that there's Congress and they are the people who typically enact the laws, but I really hope that either candidate, I hope that they do what they say they're going to do, and especially Mitt Romney if he wins.
One thing that I dislike about Barack Obama is that he can sometimes refer to being wealthy as if it's a bad thing. And I definitely think wealth can bring you in certain ways to be ignorant to certain issues, but at the same time, those people did work to get their money and shouldn't necessarily be looked down upon as 1%. At the same time, we should think about, I like how he wants to treat people fair. He realizes that people are suffering while these people are still gaining profits and are still living a lavish lifestyle.
I understand the struggles of taxes and everything, but I also understand that we live in a society and that society has to pay for the roads we drive on, and it gets to the point where it's like, yeah, it's taking stuff out of my paycheck, but I'm willing to pay to be able to use these services that are being created with that money. And maybe instead of complaining about how much tax money they're in, we'll look at how the tax money is used and how it's effective, making sure it's effectively being used and not necessarily wasted.